What's going on, guys? This is Riad here again with the third part of the multiplayer platformer. In this video we're going to make the player or the client able to see other players on the game. So the first thing we need to do is actually to go to the player and make sure we're not drawing it, since okay, so do not draw the player, since the client will draw all the objects on the game. So first of all, let's go to the server here and let's add a step event. Okay, now we're going to send data to all the clients. Okay, alright, so first of all, let's see how many clients are on the game. Let's say clients or connected clients, and this is basically the list size of the sockets. Okay, so if there are more than if there are one or more players connected to the server, oh wait, that should be capital C. Okay, right, so if it's greater than 0, we're going to send them some bunch of data using the player buffer that's on the server. Okay, so as always, let's seek buffer here, and right, so the first thing we're going to send is the ID of course of free weight, and let's call it player buffer. Right, and let's add this constant here, and I think it should be 1 since we're using server mode as the first one. Okay, now let's make another temporary variable called object to draw. Right, and this is basically the instance number of obj player. Okay, so we're going to tell him how many players should he draw, but first we need to send information about that. So let's copy this right here. Alright, and wait, so if it's so we're going to make here variables for survive mode, like waves equals 0. Okay, and let's say if global server type equals survive, then we're going to send all this. And I think it's better to make it in a script. So let's go here, server, send survive mode data. Okay, and let's copy everything here. Oh, actually I didn't okay. Alright, so first of all, we're going to send the ID as I told you, and after that we're going to send which waves that's currently in. Alright, and then let's make with object player. So each player will fill the buffer with each player's information. So first of all, since this object right here cannot access this buffer, so what we are going to do is make another global variable, and it's global the player buffer, which is basically the same buffer, so just so the player can access this buffer. Alright, and then well, this is global player buffer. The type is buffer S60 because we're going to send his X position. Oh wait, and it's the same thing for the Y. So let's change this to Y. The next thing we're going to send is the sprite index and then the image index. Okay. What else? Yeah, so let's go with that. So let's change this to U8, and this is the HP, which is the player health, and finally a string as a name. So but first we need actually to create those two variables, so let's go back to the connected client script here, or I mean where is it? I think it's here. Yep. So we're going to make two more variables, pl.hp equals 100 when they start the game, pl.name, empty string for now, okay, and okay, so that's it for now. Now we're going to make a for loop here to send the data to all the clients, okay. So we're going to look for every socket in the game. Yep. So this, let's find value here, sockets S, okay. And then we're going to send so network send packet. We're going to send this buffer to the clients. Well, SO here, so we're going to repeat this like depending on how many clients are connected to the game, and we're going to use their own socket, so every client will get the same data. So the buffer ID is player buffer, and the size buffer till player buffer, and yep, so that's all. Now let's go to the client, and that in the networking event, well, first of all, let's go and make another list, which is actually, so the clients also need this variable waves equals 0, okay, and list object to draw equals ds list create, okay. So we're going to use this list to save the position and the sprite index, and also the HP and the name of the player. So now let's see if buffer ID equals player buffer. So the client know that the buffer that is received is the player buffer. So we know how we're going to deal it with the data that we're getting from. So waves equals buffer read buffer and buffer U8, okay. And then the next thing we're sending is the players, I believe. So let's go make let's say var players or pl equals, next thing here is buffer read, same thing here, U8, and then we're going to make sure that we're clearing the lists objects to draw, okay. So we're going we are clearing the list here just to make sure we're updating it correctly, okay. And yep, so let's make another for loop here for I equals 0, I is less than pl I plus plus, okay. Then this list add, okay. So the DS is to add these objects to draw. Then buffer read, buffer s60. Okay, so this is the player X. Oh, okay, so this is the Y, the sprite index, the image index, HP, and then name. Okay, so that was U8, I believe, and this is a string, of course. Okay, now let's go. Let's add a draw event. Render objects. Okay, so let's make another temporary variable, index equals 0. Okay, and now let's make another for loop for var I equals 0, I is less than. Well, you know what? I think we need to make another variable here. So player is equals 0. And so let's remove this temporary variable and replace it by players. Okay. And oh, not here. All right. I plus plus. Okay. So let's make some other variable. So x y sprite index, image index. What else? HP and the name. Okay. So let's say first if sprite exists. Oh, what I'm doing? Well, let's say x equals y equals image index HP and A. This list find value objects to draw. So remember that this list contains every data that we need. The position is index plus plus. Okay, so this functions wait, let's actually copy and paste this here. Okay, so while we are using index plus plus, so let's say that well, when we start this draw event, the index here will be 0. Alright, when we use the index plus plus, so in this line the value of index is it's still 0. Okay, and in the next line it's going to be 1. Okay, so in this line it's going to be 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's why we're using index plus plus. And I believe when you use plus plus index, I think I don't know if you have programmed in C++, but or other programming language, but yeah, so if you call plus plus here, then you will add plus 1 to this value before actually executing this line of code. But yeah, so well, so if sprite exists SP, alright, then we're going to draw sprite. Wait, draw sprite. So the sprite is SP and image index is II, XX and YY. That's all. And then draw text. XX YY minus like let's say 32. And string is name. Oops. Oh. Okay, and draw health bar. Let's say XX minus 10, Y minus 32, XX plus 10. Just play with the position you want here. So it's HP, background color, see black, minimum color, let's say red. and then 0 show background true and true. Okay, so that's basically it. But first of all, let's actually make a script to send the name for the client. Okay, so send name, so that the client can set a name for his player. Okay, so it's gonna be that. Place it here. Okay, and let's replace this by a string, of course. Yeah, I think that's all. Now let's go back to the client, and in the create event, we're going to get a string from the user. So name equals get string. Okay. Name. Okay, and then if string length name is greater than, say, than 1, then send name else send the name let's say player or something. Okay, so let's go back to the receive data script, and let's so actually let's add another constant called name, and this is so spawn is 1, I think it's 2. Okay, and make sure to change it here to name. Okay, so in our receive data script, let's check if cmd equals name. Then what we're going to do, so first of all, let's get the name from the from the buffer. Okay, so this is the player, what's the player name. And then let's say if there's actually a player for this client, so varpl equals this list find value on client and socket. Okay, so if instance exists, or let's say first if pl not equals no1, and if pl if instance exists, pl and pl dot name equals name. Okay, and let's go back to our spawn player request here. So we're going to actually send the name too, so the player can actually, when he respawn his player, or let's say that when he sent the request he didn't have a player, so so let's change this first to string, and the client, let's go. Yeah, so you know what, let's actually say this as name. So let's just check if string length name is greater than 1 or less than 1, then name equals player. Okay, that's basically it. Now so let's run the game and see if we didn't make any mistakes. So remember that the draw event of this object will not be executed, or it will, but we're not drawing anything here. So if we saw a player, that means the client, this object, is drawing it. Okay. It's here. Okay, so I'm pressing H, so we're going to get a name and a doesn't work. Let's go back to server here. Oh wait, so I think this server type is not survive, I believe. Yeah, so let's go to our, where is it? Yeah, so it's a team deathmatch, so survive. Okay, now everything should be work fine. Come on. What's the matter? Okay, so I'm pressing H, I'm going to select the name, and yep. So as you can see here, we have a player with a health bar, but you know, since we're using you know, we need to change the color here, so throw set color C red or something, or white should be fine. C white, yeah. I'm going to actually create an exe file, so just to make sure that every client can see his own player and the other players, of course. Yeah, so let's save it here. Yep. Come on. Okay, so let's see if things are working fine. Okay, so I'm going to test the server here. Wait, okay. Oh, what's the matter? We still don't see the names here, so what's the matter? Wait. Wait, so when we spawn a player, oh yeah, so PL name equals buffer read here, so it's buffer read buffer string, since we're sending extra data. Okay, so I've got to do that, but it seems like it's not working right here. CMD equals name, bar equals Let's actually run the server here, and so let's close those two clients. Okay, so I'm going to use this as a client, and let's wait for server. Okay, so this is server. We still don't see the names. Interesting. Wait. Wait, yeah, so it's a string. I don't get it. Wait. Wait, just to make sure things are working, let's or there's a show message name or pl.name. It's still oh, wait. The problem is with the name. So why it's not? Wait, oh, don't tell me that. No, it's actually fine. Buffer string. It's about this one, send name. Yeah, it's so I'm going to pause the video, and when I find it, I'll tell you. Okay guys, so I found the problem, and it seems like so once you start reading data from buffers, you need to get all the other data after that. So what we were doing is so right here saying if build team if server type equals team deathmatch, then we'll here it was like buffer read buffer you wait, and we're getting the name in this line. So how did I actually fix it is I create a temporary variable here called PLID and PLName. Okay, so once you start reading from a buffer, you need to actually read the other data after that, so you can't actually like type some code here, and you know. So yeah, so now it's actually working. So yeah, I'll just delete this here, and whatever. Okay, so just to make sure, I'm going to run the server one more time and run 2 clients from here. Okay. Come on. Okay, so this will be the server. Okay, this is the client. Oh. And the other client. Yeah, so as you can see, now it's working fine. Yeah, so this was all for the day, guys. Don't forget to like or subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.